Hi everybody, this is Boog Reviews, and today I'm going to be doing a review on the brand new NECA Willie Nelson figure. So before we take a look at Willie Nelson, let's take a look at the accessories that he comes with. So first up, of course, Willie Nelson comes with Trigger, and Trigger is painted very nicely. All of this wear in the wood grain, that's actually painted on. It would have been nice if it would have been sculpted on, but the paint detail on this is amazing, like the wood grain right there, and there on the back. That looks really good. That is painted very nicely. And the strap is also sculpted very nicely. The red, white, and blue strap there with a little piece of it right there on the left side. That looks amazing. All of the signatures printed on there look very nice. The attention to detail there is crazy. The hole from where he uses the flat pick, that looks really good. NECA did an amazing job with this. My big complaint, though, is the strings aren't sculpted on, they are just painted on. The frets on this are actually sculpted on, but the strings are not, they're just printed on. So yeah, I'm definitely going to have to find a way to put some strings on this and make it look a little more realistic. If you look, the strings are actually all the way down in the guitar right there. They're just printed on right there. So that does look a little funny. But other than that, this is detailed very nicely. Like I said, all of the paint details on this is amazing. And there he is holding Trigger, and that looks very awesome. Up next he comes with his hat, and it fits on him very well. It's a very nice snug fit, and it won't fall off of him. I think I prefer his next accessory though, which is his red bandana, and that looks very nice as well. The details on that are painted very nicely. And just like with his hat, it stays on his head very snug, so that is a big plus. So now let's go ahead and take a closer look at his head sculpt. So NECA did an incredible job of capturing Willie Nelson's likeness. It looks a lot like him. NECA did a very good job on this head sculpt. All of the paint variation on his gray beard there looks very nice. If you look closely, it actually has some darker tones of gray painted over top of that light gray, and that looks really good. I do feel like his eyes are a little too intense. I feel like his eyes should be just a little more relaxed. But other than that, this is a very good head sculpt. His braids are sculpted very nicely, and even the top of his hair is painted nicely. You can see some gray tones painted over top of the brown hair there, and that looks really good. NECA did a very awesome job on this head sculpt. Since this is an 8-inch figure in the style of the NECA Retros, he has real clothing. He has a plain black t-shirt right there, and it looks very nice. I believe the body is the same body mold that's used for most of the male figures in this line, but the difference is his hands. Here you can see his hand with the pick in it, and the pick is very hard to see. I feel like the pick should have been just a little bit bigger, that way you could see it better. But the paint variation on his hands is very nice. You can see some tones of red there on the top of his fingers, the veins sculpted there. That looks really good. And then on the left side, you get his ring right there painted in gold. His real fabric pants also look very nice. And then you get his boots. And his boots are sculpted very nicely. That texturing and black wash to them looks very nice. Especially right there at the toe. That looks really good. The one thing that's funny, though, is they end right there. I do wish they would have went all the way up. But yeah, they just stop right there. So now let's go ahead and go over his articulation. He can look up all the way. He can look down just a little bit. He can move his head side to side. He has shoulders that can move all the way out. He has a swivel at the bicep, double jointed elbow that can bend in all the way, swivel wrist that can move side to side and up and down, ball jointed diaphragm that can move back all the way. He can crunch forward just about all the way. He can move side to side. He has hips, and you don't want to move them out very far because you will split the stitching right here, so you do have to be careful of that. He has a swivel at the thigh. He can kick forward that far. He can kick back that far. He has a single jointed knee, swivel at the ankle that can move down all the way. It's kind of a tough joint right there. Can move up all the way, and he has an excellent ankle rocker. So now, let's do some size comparisons. So first up, here he is next to Ace's High Eddie from Iron Maiden. And these are going to be some humorous size comparisons because I don't really have any other figures like Willie Nelson in my collection. Here he is next to Angus Young. Here he is next to the Christmas Fiend. And finally, here he is next to Elvira. So overall, I would highly recommend picking this up because NECA did an outstanding job on this. I didn't realize how bad I needed a Willie Nelson figure in my collection until NECA did it. They did a very awesome job on this figure. And hopefully we'll get some more music retro figures. I think Johnny Cash and Dolly Parton would make some really cool retros, and I think NECA would be the perfect company to make them. So yes, definitely pick this figure up if you see it. So that's my review. If you like this review, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.